Ụtụtụ ọma nụ. Ụmụ ọdịnala Igbo, aka m bụkwa onye nke gị Ugochi tubelu Oraifite nwa Adama. Anyị na-agbụ alụ, a sị nka chi tata bụ nkwọ kwọtara anyị ihe ọma. Anyị gboo n'ihu, anyị ga-ebute mma. Anyị gboo n'azụ, anyị ga-ebute mma. Anyị gboo n'aka nri, anyị gbute mma. Anyị gboo n'aka ekpe, anyị ga-ebute mma. A sị m na aka ọbụla na-atụ nzu, aka ọbụla mara nzu ama amanatụ unyi. Kakaka anyị ama anyị, jijiji anyị ama anyị. Anyị ga-ejere obodo nara obodo, onye chụba anyị ya daa, onye si na akwụ anyị ama acha mpama anyị aba na nke ya, onye fụrụ anyị lụta nwa ya nwụrụ anwụ ọzọ ya anwụ. Ifeọma ka anyị si nye ọrụ ya emere anyị. Abụkwa m onye nke gị Ugochi tubelu Oraifite, onye isi nchụaja na Ugochi tubelu Odinana temple Oraifite. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi, deep consultation. I have said it times without number that consultation is spiritual lab. It will unearth everything about you. I na-arụkwa ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche and other spiritual work in Odinana, using Odinana method. Today's lecture will still come in English. It's not as if English is better than our native language, Igbo, no. But because of my subscribers are increasing by the day, so and a lot of people are calling on me to carry them along by sending some messages, since our mission is actually to liberate the entire Africans, irrespective of the race, whether it's Igbo or any other tribe. Thank you so much. Topic of today is the cause of poverty in Africa. I want to talk about poverty of the mind and poverty of the economy today. Yes, I want to call all our representatives, opinion leaders, and elders, the elites, especially in Igbo land. Why are we like this? Are we caused or are we the cause? Yes. Why I'm asking if we are the cause is because, and believe in me, I strongly believe that we are the cause. Yes. Example, Britain, they colonized India, colonized China. Yet, those people refused them. They did not allow them to mess their religion up or their language, their core identity. But what happened to we, the Igbos? We swallowed everything. Let me give you an example of what is happening in our classrooms. The syllables have been messed up. In 21st century, and go to our primary schools, they are still asking children to draw trees, draw dog. In 21st century. Why go to some Asian country here? Go to India and the rest of them, China, Chinese. They are teaching them hypertext markup language. They are teaching them the technology language. Development. For you to be a programmer, you must know the technology language. You must know about Java and the hypertext markup language and rest of them. But what are they teaching our children? During our school time, do you know that a particular day, they will spend some hours talking about religion in our schools? Do you know why they keep on doing that? Because the religion is what they use to blindfold our forefathers. But let me tell you, there is this awakening now in Odinana Igbo, in Africa as a whole. Our forefathers are reincarnating back. Do you get? So it's going to be a tough war because they use education to bamboozle our people, coerce our people into accepting a foreign religion that will never do us any good. Instead, it will bring poverty. Don't worry, I will tell you what Christianity have done to us. Christianity have really brought poverty in the land. Okay, look at it again. My children, they are all Odinana children, and they will be forced to take CRK, to take the religion studies about their foreign gods. How can such help those children? Are we not talking about taking upon other people's rights? Why can't you allow Odinana children to take their own teaching? In fact, why can't we have Odinana teaching in our syllabus so that the children of Odinana parents will be able to know, study Odinana while in school? But now, they bamboozle all of them. It's either you take foreign religion on this one, or you take about Christianity, or you take the other one. Is he not cheating? Our elders, opinion leaders, the elites, is cheating. The Odinana should have a say. It's our own religion. It's not conventional religion. Yes, it's a movement. It's a spirituality, the way of people, the way of life of a people. That is Odinana. But what are we saying? Do you know that in China, somebody can become a professor without learning English? Nobody will forcing you to learn other country, other race, language, or religion. But what are we seeing in Nigeria? What are we seeing in Africa? They will just change us. Go to China, go to India, they can be a graduate without learning English. By the way, what is so special about English? English is not even the issue. The main issue is that they use it to coerce our people into accepting that whatever that is Oyibo is the best. I don't want to talk about parents that don't even allow their children to speak English, to speak Igbo in their. They will say, no vernacular in this class or even at home. Who are you hurting? Who are you cheating? Who are you deceiving? I'm calling all Africans, let us come back. Let us come back to our root. The only way, whatever that is our dream, can only be achieved if we come back to our root. Do you know that those Asian countries did not allow Britain, the Oibos, to change them in any way? Colonize them, yes, but their religion and their common language, leave it for them. It will interest you to know, I have been to India, and in early 2000, precisely 2003. It's a tourist visa. I went there with a tourist visa. So I went around. I moved around. I visited so many cities. From Bombay, Mumbai, to New Delhi, to Bangalore, to Northern India, Shimla, and Kunu Manali. If you are used to this India, you know India too well, you know this town I visited, you know that I really toured India. From southern to northern part. Yes, a friend of mine who happens to be an engineer with central government invited me then. Then I was so young. But what I want to tell you that I used the opportunity. I visited some of their temple. I visited some of their festivals. I participated in some of their temple festivals, and I used the opportunity to study some of their religion deeply. Hinduism. And I used the opportunity to know that they have still maintain their national language. But let me tell you one thing you don't know. In their this thing is they maintain their religion is like Odinana, because they have the entities of power. They will still tell you that they are the Almighty Father, which we call Chukwu Okike Abiama, is called Bagwam in their language. Now, they still have the entities of powers. The way we have it there here, they have Ogugu, Nogugu, the mother deity. They have deity that is giving knowledge. They have the one that is giving children. They have the one that is giving wisdom. The way we have it in Igbo setting. In Igbo setting, we have them all. We have the aquarium, or some people call it, or in our area, we call it Odom. In olden days, if you give birth to a baby boy, you go and thank Odomomo with a sacrifice. The same thing with if you have a female child, the same thing. So, but what I'm telling you is that what the religion did to us, why can't we have our own Odinana teaching in our syllabus? Why can't we have a syllabus? Because Odinana supports technology, Nkanozu, science and technology. We have time where you will teach children a subject that will be of benefit to them. You cannot be going back forward and be teaching them subject that will not be of any help in 21st century, for crying out loud. Do you know? Let me give you one thing you don't know. Bible, the white man religion Bible says that sin is a reproach and righteousness exalts a nation. Do you get? Our people have really backwardness because of our sin. We have sinned against our ancestors. We abandon who we are. And that's why we are suffering. That is why a lot of poverty is here. That's why a lot of people are suffering. We can never be great without our identity. We can never be great without going back to our roots, because we need the support of our forefathers. Let me give you an example. Do you know the fastest growing economy? The economy, world power economy, is shifting to Asia. Do you know? Do you know that China and India is the fastest growing economy as of today? Do you know? Do you know? Have you asked yourself, those people that you say they are not worshiping your Christian white God? Because that is how the mindset of our people, telling us that if you are Christian God, some people think that if they start worshiping Christian God, they will be rich. It's a lie. In fact, worshiping Christian God will make you more broke. Do you know why? It will only make only the pastors to be so much rich, to have so rich, to have so much wealth. Riches, too much riches. In Nigeria, do you know that Nigeria produce some of the richest pastors? Do you know? Do you know that how people impoverish people by sowing so much seeds in all this, in quoting Malachi 3:10? Do you know that this madness of accepting foreign religion will make a man to close his shop, carry a microphone and be on the road and be preaching, forget his place of work or business? Then what will be at the end of the day? Do you know that even those foreigners we are looking at, they are very hardworking? They are very hardworking. They are very hardworking, work day and night to be where they are today. Let me tell you one thing that will shock you. Do you know that in the olden days, let's say in olden days, let's say 100 years back in Nigeria, when foreign religion have not eaten our people deep, so deep, do you know that our economy, our naira is stronger than dollar? Do you know? But now, we have brought all those deceit. What happened? Let me give you an example again. Do you know that there's some countries that we are better off? Even South Korea, even Malaysia are now ahead of us. Because we abandon what we are, what really make us sick. Do you know that some of our oracle, they stole them? Understand? They stole them. Some of those things that normally give us inspiration on how we can manufacture some certain things. What is happening in our science and technology? Olden days, we have ndị nka ụzụ eji akpọpụta many things. Let me give you an example again. Do you know in China as of today, in less than 10 years, more than 10,000 Chinese will be billionaires? Do you get? In less than 10 years, more than 10,000 Chinese will be billionaires. Technology-wise, they are taking over everywhere. The Asians are taking over everywhere. Going towards our market. But had we stand on our own, inculcate the culture of science and technology, when we are still obeying and listening to our intuition, worshiping the gods of our land, that time our land prosper. We receive intuition. We receive strength. We receive information. We receive help from those our entities of powers that normally guide our people. Do you know that olden days in the pharmaceutical, our people would have gone far in pharmaceutical line, because a lot of illness olden days we have herbs that we normally use to cure them, which can be harnessed into even those green teas and everything in order to create wealth. But what are we doing? Every day we are in the ministry doing night vigil, wasting all the precious time that we would have used to create wealth. What are we seeing in Nigerians? People building cathedrals and multi-millionaire cathedrals, multi-millions worth of cathedrals. But go to Asians and Chinas, they are building multinational and multi-billion dollar factories that will create more jobs and create more knowledge into IT related. But what are we seeing in Africa? We refuse to build such things that we recreate our minds of our people. Now our people are now lazy, waiting for miracle money. Waiting for miracle money. They will be telling you, go to church. Pastor will tell you you should sow fast seed. And the rest of them will making you people dry. Our pastors are getting richer. Why the church goers are getting poorer? Now, since they have succeeded in teaching our youth that miracle money is possible, now what are they doing? Our youth are now in playing bets, hoping that they can win millions of naira without matching it with hard work, because hard work creates wealth. Go to those countries in Asia, see how they are in young age, they have already developed their mind, their mindset in science and technology, creating wealth. What can you do to create wealth? What can you do to make life more meaningful to others? In other words, you earn back good wealth. But what are we doing? Our own is just pray till something happens. I ask our people, since we say you are powerful, prayerful nation, why is it that things are going wrong every day? They will keep on telling you that it will get better, and things are getting worse. Let's go back to Odinana. Okay, now, do you know that the first, since the righteousness exalt a nation, and sin is a reproach, and I have told you that our people have sinned. That's why we are going back. Those nations that understand how things work, that are applying those methods, the laws of nature, the principle of nature, they are applying it because they understand the laws of nature, the principle of wealth creation. They applied it. That's why those Asian countries are progressing. Now they are the fastest growing economy in the world. Are they worshiping your Christian God? The answer is no. The South Korea that's making huge impact, are they worshiping your Christian God? The answer is no. The North Korea that is emerging world power now, are they applying Christian God method? The answer is no. Even Chinese, now are they applying their Christian method? No. The Indians, no. All the entire Asians, no. Even the so-called Europe, most of them are depending on exploitation or punishment in Africa in order to succeed. Believe in me, some of them will never do well if our people will return huge amount of money kept in those their banks. They are using that money to service their economy. It's not as if their economy is doing too well. Do you know again why they will not allow Africa to go? You know why? Some of them, their businessmen have multinational companies, oil companies in Africa. You understand? By so doing, they are returning huge billions of dollars yearly back to their economy. Do you get? So what I'm telling you that by my own analysis, the non-Christian nation perform well economic-wise to show you that those Christian nations are most poverty hit because you only breed greedy so-called men of God. You keep on sowing seeds, too much money. And by so doing, the congregation is getting poorer and poorer. What I'm calling our people is, let us come back to our root. If you come back to your root, do what is needful. Make peace, align yourself with entities of powers that is with your lineage and your ancestors. Call upon them to inspire you. There is a lot of inspiration you can gain. Create time, quiet time of interaction with them. Thank them for what they have done for you. Have some quiet moment, like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on the time you have. And ask them to tell you what you need to do. How you can be a help to mankind. How you can, what you should do in order to benefit others. How you can be a problem solver. And believe in me, if you're a problem solver, whatever you will take, whatever you will eat, will never be a problem. Do you get? So let's come back to our root. And it will be great. Have you asked yourself how our people really sustain and develop those olden days science and technology, especially in Igbo land? Because then we are closer to our oracles, to the entities of powers. We run to them from time to time to seek help, to ask them for inspiration. Let me tell you what you don't know. Those rich people you are seeing in Europe, so-called Christian nation, name them. Name those people that develop, call them Microsoft, all those rich men you are seeing in Europe. I can tell you categorically that majority of them are not Christians. Majority of them are not. I don't believe in white man religion. In fact, a lot of scientists, they don't believe. They believe in interacting with the entities of powers that inspire them into creativity. List the world best scientists that are not into this white man religion stuff of a thing. They believe in deep interaction with the entities of powers, where they draw down the fountain of grace, fountain of creativity. I call upon every which and every one of us watching this video. Do deep effort to recognize why you are here on earth. the impact is supposed to make, and where the spiritual energy, the creativity in you. Every human being, no one is allowed to enter this gross material world empty-handed. There is a place you will be and you will excel once you discover who you are, your true self, and your true gift. Let me give an example. Whatever you are doing, and you found joy in it, keep it up. That may be your agwo. That may be your spiritual strength. Develop into it, and you go to places. If you're a type that normally find yourself happier counseling others, develop it. You can be a professional counselor. If you're a type that normally, or you have a child, parents, I'm talking to you. Yes, I want to talk to parents now. If you're a child, your child is the type that normally draw houses, good design houses, or some of the around our street, you see some children designing very beautiful houses with carton and everything. You can see that they are dancing into architectural thing. Ọ agwụ nka na ụzụ. Enwere ndị nọkwanụ nwere agwụ dị iche iche. Ekwu m na enwere agwụ dị iche. Enwere agwụ wonderful counselors. You tell them your problem, they give it to you instantly because they will clairvoyance and clairvoyance. People that sees and people that hear voices. He can use it to help mankind. He can develop it by installing your agwo. What is agwo? Installing the entities of power, the spirit that came to this world with you, the spiritual gift. Install them. You can store them. Those white men that created technology that all of us are enjoying today, most of them are not Christians. I can tell you. They just went into their quiet moment and the inspiration will flow to them. Because they align themselves with the entities of powers that brings knowledge. I have said it without number. Don't allow anybody to tell you that Christianity is what will make you to be rich, or that you are poor because you are not a Christian. It's a lie. You are poor because you have not discovered who you are, the true power in you, and you do the needful and align yourself with the entities of powers that created you. Entities of powers that follows you into this gross material world. Entities of power that are assigned to you to help you to become a great person. You abandon them. That's why you are suffering. Dual forces says, my people are suffering because of ignorance. I'm still Ugochi to be Oraifite. An evangelization. I'm into evangelization of Odinana Igbo. You can also call me evangelist. Odinana evangelist. My mission is to actually help people to live better life. I'm calling all we Africans, especially the Igbos, let's come back to our root. Because I know if we Igbos will come back to our root, we will do exceptional things. We have strong, we are special people. Let me give you an example. Even in those foreign churches you are seeing, go to them, name them one of them. I don't want to call names. It's the Igbos that are championing them. It's Igbos are the great financiers, are the people that are financing the projects. Name them where they are building churches in everywhere, all over Nigeria. Everywhere. It's the Igbos. I believe that when we people, Igbos, discover our true self and come back to our root and put that such energy, massive energy, into our Odinana evangelization, sooner or later, we see that we have been massively cheated and lied to in the name of religion. I have asked so many questions unanswered. I have told, before I close, We were told that we human beings, according to their Bible story, that all human beings came from one parents, Adam and Eve. And I asked, if that story, allegorical story, is true, why is it that many race, continent, the Asians, the Europe, the Africans, and rest of them, all them, have different genes? Why is it so? In biology, you see so many differences that is very common with Africans and is not there in the Asians and the Europeans, the Gentiles. Biologically proven, you know that that's biological analysis cannot stand the test of time. Let us ask questions. Anybody that is asking you to take blind faith, I don't take any conviction, any blind listen without being convinced. He must prove it beyond every reasonable doubt. God is not author of confusion. Let's come back to our root. Whatever you are passing through today is because of the decision you took 5, 10, 15 years ago. A stage in time serves now. If you can come back today, trace back to your root, in next 6 to 1 year, 12 months, believe in me, you will see different. I have counseled a lot of people. Less than 6 months, they are singing a new song. If what you are practicing Odinana